Yeah, that was not my favorite moment. I was kind of shocked. I mean, I've been in like an RV to go to a concert or some kind of like sporting event or something like that. Or when we did our Glad photo shoot, we had an RV for the day. But I've never slept in one and taken a formal like RV trip. Um, I wish we had the Rumors and Nastiness game with us on that trip. That would have been amazing and probably made it even better. But yeah, it was a shocker, and that's for sure. Well, most of it was kind of like a pile on to bash Lisa, to be totally honest. Like it was not real positive for her. And, I felt pretty bad because she wasn't there. And there's a lot of conversation about things that I didn't know all that much about. I was only able to speak to the parts that I knew. And it was not that easy to defend her because we were talking about things that she should have been there to talk about herself. I definitely did defend Lisa, and for me, it was really, really difficult because it's kind of like people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I do not have legal issues going on, but a lot of the people on the cast do, and we kind of give a lot of space to that, and they didn't give that to Lisa. They didn't give her the ability to answer it for herself. They threw it out there into the universe to sit and stew for however long until she can answer for herself. And I don't think anyone else was shown that disrespect with their legal issues. In fact, there are several that are outstanding that have not been discussed yet, and perhaps it's time. It was a rocky journey for us. What really was a turning point for both of us was the realization that there was a lot of gas being poured on the fire that, you know, we're seen as too strong together because we are both extraordinarily strong independently. And I think everyone, not everyone, but a lot of the women wanted to break that down and were determined to break it down. And there were several attempts over the course of this past season to break it down. The problem is, it's like, we're on to you. Your tricks don't work anymore. We know what you're doing. We see what you're doing. And all you're doing is showing us how either insecure or jealous you are of us. We've seen for the last year that Brittany really struggles with the truth, and that's putting it very mildly. And so, no shocker that she does that with me again. It's nothing new. As I said previously, I did receive one phone call from her, which was a 10-minute call on a recorded line. So it was very, brief and just sort of surface level. She did say her family was doing very well. That is pretty much what we did talk about. So it seems like, they're on a very positive path and we'll see what happens, but the kids seem to be thriving and I think Sharif is doing very well, considering the circumstances. It's a not a great situation for them as a family. So, but they're doing very well given what they're going through. He does. I mean, not by his own choice. He's dragged into it. It was not his choice. So, yeah, but he gets dragged right into it and he handled it great, but yeah. I honestly think that the reality TV process for us has been very positive. You know, it depends on how you embrace it. If you're going to let a lot of white noise sort of get in the way and destroy your relationship, yeah, that's going to happen, like for sure. But if you are, you sort of sees it as an opportunity to observe yourself and your relationship and your dynamic and how you communicate and how your communications are received, not just by Seth, but by all the women. Like there's a very there can be a very positive self-exploration to this process, depending on what you choose to do. It depends. We have a lot of women in our group are tend to play on the meaner side of things, and that's not really embracing that. But you know, that's just not my thing. And, you know, I know a lot of other women in a lot of other cities who do it my way, and some of the women on my city in Salt Lake do as well. But we get, it's all over the board. That's what makes a good show. You know, I'm excited to play and excited for everybody to get their hands on it soon enough. And in November. And you know, I think that we'll have some fun things going on in Salt Lake surrounding it, but we gotta get it launched fully. And you know, we might have a fun little caviar lounge to play the game in. We'll see. So where it will be available. It's available everywhere online. We all know there's a lot of rumors and nastiness. And you know, obviously like the name ties back into the way you play, you know, is it a rumor or a nasty truth? And I just think it's like it's fun and it's light. And how did we get there? Well, it was honestly Sam's idea, but I don't know if she wants to take credit or not. That's up to her. But basically, we tried, you know, we were looking for something to play off of rumors and nastiness. And it's just like a fun game where you can take a shot if you want, or it can be, you know, a shot of juice if you're not into the liquor thing. It's definitely a game for everybody. It does not really, other than, you know, rumors and nastiness and maybe a few other little tiebacks here or there, it's really pretty independent of Real Housewives. It's not a tieback to it. It's more of a tieback to me. Well, we are all very competitive in this family. Generally not with each other, though. That is one thing I will say. So, you know, a game, though, does bring out that family competition that we don't normally have. You know, normally we're very much supportive of each other's ventures and trying to figure out how we can help one another. But something like this would definitely bring out our own nasty side. It's kind of crazy because we have seen housewives come out with like every category under the sun. And this is honestly just so on point, you know, it's like, it just feels very on brand for the Bravo viewer. And, you know, it's fun. Like I said, it doesn't technically tie back to Bravo in any way, but it just is something that I think the audience would enjoy and have a good time with. This is just the beginning. We're going to have some different additions and um, tiebacks to maybe some other people that you may or may not know, and lots of fun things, and maybe some philanthropic things as well. Yeah, I mean, really, it was meant to just kind of be a fun little thing for celebrating Pride, you know? And it's just exploding. It's been so much fun. And I didn't really know that it would go the direction it has, but I'm absolutely thrilled that it has. We have a lot of upcoming venues in a lot of different cities, so stay tuned. That will all be on my Instagram. But yeah, it's just been super, super fun. So got to get some games at the venues. I mean, that's what all of it is about. I don't think that most of us take it that seriously. Like, have a good time, you know, that's what entertainment is, period. You know, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to bring people joy and different emotions, whatever they may be, depending on what you're doing. But that's what it's all about. And I just honestly, I don't care that much what the haters have to say. Thank you for making more noise about it. I appreciate you.